Okay guys, in this video I'm just going to quickly run through a few simple steps that you can take to really optimize your blog post that you create for the search engines. So what we're going to do is, first thing you want to do is you want to select your target keyword, and it's probably best if you talk to your SEO expert and get a list of keywords that you can target. It's also best if this is not necessarily in every blog post where you have the same target, and you don't want to, you'll have a main target that you're going for or a few main targets for your website, but each blog post might have just related keywords and perhaps longer ones or variations of your main targets. You don't necessarily need to be targeting the same thing on every blog post. In fact, that's a bad idea. What you do want to do is make sure that your target for each blog post is relevant to the contents of that blog post or that article that you're posting up. So right here, with this blog post, I'm targeting WordPress blog SEO as our main keyword. Now I've just added a title here to the page. Now this will come up as a heading on the actual page. It will also be the title that you click on to get to this post, and it will also show up in the search engines if you don't edit the SEO title. So it's pretty important that you make this easy to read. It has to describe the contents of your blog post, be interesting for people to want to click on it and find out more information about what this blog post is about, but also you want to have your keyword in there as well. So it's pretty important that the search engines see what you're trying to target with this, or what this blog post is about with regards to your target. The other thing you can do is, by default, it will give you the entire title as your permalink here, which is the web address of this blog post, and you can just hit edit there and put your keyword in there, make it a bit shorter. I've already done that. And the next step after that is to just now copy in the content, and I've created the content in Word, so I'll just show you that. Okay, now I've just flicked over to Word, and you can see here that the formatting that I've used is very simple. I've got here the heading, which I've used the Word's default heading as to format this, and keep in mind you don't use heading 1 for anything inside your blog's content. Heading 1 is reserved for only the title of your blog. So inside your blog's contents, just use heading 2 and heading 3. Now the other thing to note is that you can use bullets. That sort of formatting will come across, but if you try to do any other kind of tricky formatting inside Word, sometimes that doesn't copy across, so it's best to just really keep it simple. I prefer to type in Word rather than into the WordPress blog, so I type it up in Word, but just keep the formatting very simple, don't do anything tricky. So we'll just copy all of this and paste it across. Okay, so we've got it pasted it into the WordPress visual editor here. You'll just note there's a HTML editor and a visual editor inside WordPress. We just put it into the visual editor for now. And the other thing to note is that you can see here that the heading 2 has come across, and this one's a heading 3, and this is just paragraph text. Now the next thing you might want to do is add some links, some relevant links, both to other pages in your website and perhaps to other properties that you own, or to other websites altogether. And it's pretty simple to do this. You just select the text that you want to edit, select it properly, there we go, and just hit this link button, paste in the URL of where you want it to go, and perhaps just say a few words in there for the title of the link. And you can also see that there's other simple editing things that you can do, like changing the alignment of your text and making it bold and what have you. So that's really all the basics of what you need to know to edit your content. Okay, so the next thing you might want to do is add a nice image to your blog post, so it's good to have some images in there to break it up, make it look nice and attractive, and also search engines like media rich content. So to do that, we just click here on the add media button, and that will bring up your upload screen. From here you just click on the select files button. Then once you've found the image on your computer, hit upload and it will upload, and then you can alter the title. It will give you a default title which will just be the same as the file name. So it's important to also name your files, the actual image itself, with your keyword or with a relevant word that is descriptive of the image. And then your title, you also want to try and add your keyword in there or relevant keywords. So you don't need to be putting the exact same keyword in every single place, but you want to be adding related keywords. Same with your alternative text and in your description. Now the next thing you can do here is alter the link that this image will go to. By default it will go to just a blank page with nothing but your image on there. So you want to remove that link. So you might want to make it that people can't click on the image and it doesn't link to anywhere, but just for the sake of this example I'm just going to link it back to the home page of my blog. You can also select whether it sits on the right hand or the left hand side of the page or in the center, and you can select the size. So now just click on insert into post, and here we have the image there sitting on the right hand side next to your text, as I made it right aligned. And if you want to just edit it, you click on it and then click on the little edit image button, and you can change these settings. You can alter the size using the scale thing there, you can change it back to left aligned, alter the title, and I'm just going to remove this link. So that's how we add images to the site. So the next step is to go down and edit our SEO settings for the blog post. So I prefer using WordPress SEO plugin by Yoast. I just think it's a really nice featured plugin. There's lots of other options that do pretty much the same thing. Now the one thing that I like is that you can nominate your focus keyword. The next thing to do here is you can alter the SEO title of your blog, and you can alter that here. And the thing to keep in mind with this is what people see inside Google. So this is the first impression that they get of your blog post, whether or not they will click on it. So it is important to make this seem attractive and relevant to what they're searching for. So make it sound like you've got the information that they are looking for. It's also a good idea to use up almost the full amount of characters. If you go over, it will simply show up with the ... as you can see there. So keep it under, but don't make it too short. The next step is you can alter the meta description, and this description is what you see underneath your title and your permalink. Okay, now I've just edited that description, and another little sneaky tip right here is that I've got the keyword even though it's on two separate sentences, and with a comma in between, or you can do that with a full stop. Now that the search engine will still pick that up as one keyword, and you can see up here how it will display. The next thing you might want to do after that is meta keywords. Now this isn't really important, however I figure for the 2 seconds that it takes to do, it's worth doing. Basically you're just reinforcing to Google what it is that you're trying to target with this blog post, what you want it to come up for, what it is about, so that they can help show it to the people that are looking for it, essentially. So only put in 3 to 5 keywords and variations of your keywords. So yeah, that's all you need to do there. And then after that, come over to your tag section, and you might want to do the same thing here. Just add in a few keywords, and after you've done that, select the category that you want this blog post to appear under in your website, and I'm putting it under online marketing strategies, and then just hit update or publish if you haven't published yet. But it's fine to publish before you're ready to go. The other thing you can do is you can change the visibility. You can make it private until it's ready to be published and made final. You can also change it here from published to a draft or pending review. Okay, now the final step is to grab a YouTube video. This is a short video that I just created for this particular blog post, and if you go down here to the share button and click on that, and then click on the embed button that appears underneath it, and this code here is the code for your video, so just copy that and then go back over to your blog post. Now you will have to change over to the HTML editor, and I'm just going to put my video up at the top of the page, so I'll make a space and paste it in there. Okay, so now we can click on view posts and have a look at it. Okay, so here we have the new blog post with the video there and our text underneath, and I'm just going to show you one final thing that tidies up the way this video looks with regards to the title up the top, branding and navigation, and also at the end this video will show me related results on YouTube with a bunch of links that take you to other YouTube videos. So I just want to tidy this up with a little bit of code. Now I've actually got another blog post where I've talked about this code, so I'm just going to copy the code from this blog post, and then going back over to the editor, we can make sure that you're in the HTML editor still. We just paste that in the YouTube videos code. That's the link to the YouTube video, and then there's some little brackets there. We just want to paste it in there, and I'll just show you how this looks now. Again, it's just a simple little step, but it just really cleans up the video and makes it look less like a YouTube video and a bit more like just another video on your blog. There still is the branding and the navigation there for the viewers, but we've tidied it up a fair bit, and you don't have the links at the end which will take people away to YouTube. So after we've done this, it's best to just go through your blog post and read it and just check that everything's all fine, check the links, make sure they go to the right places, and then you're done.